Goedemorgen. This is Diana with Daring to Go Dutch. I'm enjoying a delicious koffie verkeerd, and it is what, January 24th, and I dropped Elise off at school, and I went to the butcher this morning, and I got some baby back ribs that I was really trying to find over the last several months. I have not been able to find baby back ribs, and then somebody mentioned to try the butcher shop. So I went to butcher, I think it was called Skarl Slager. Slager means butcher. And so I did that this morning, and I got myself some spar ribs that are from the Octor, I think is back. So yes, so I got that today, and I got 3 huge racks of ribs for 35 euros total. So I had promised Michael for his birthday that I was going to make them, but we were locked out of our apartment. We needed new keys, and the building accidentally deactivated our current keys before giving us the new ones, so we were locked out, and I was not able to get to the butcher that day for his birthday to make him my ribs. So I'm going to be making them tonight, and he's gonna be very happy. And also they had like tons of really good cuts of meat there, so I'm looking forward to going back and getting more. But oh, I also got Italian sausage, which I was having trouble finding as well. So I now also have some Italian sausage. But anyway, it's been a long time since I have talked to you all, and things have been very busy. Starting to finally settle in, but there are still some things that need to get done. We had a good holiday. It was nice. We just kind of hung around the apartment. It was nice to just be in our own place together and relax and just enjoy each other's company. So anyway, Elise had a birthday as well. She turned 6 on January 5th, and Michael had a birthday January 16th, and I won't tell you how old he is because he'll be mad at me. But yeah, so they both had birthdays, and we just did something small here at the apartment, just us. And so we're just trying to find our rhythm now. I have Elise in a dance class that is really awesome, Studio 181 in Kralingen. And the Jof, the teacher, is wonderful, very, very good with the kids. So Elise loves it, and it's really good for her to learn Dutch there because the teacher speaks really clearly and is really expressive, and so she's loving her dance class. So she does that once a week, and then finally Elise will be able to start swim on February 11th. She'll be able to get tested for her swim lesson. So I'll be glad to get her back in the pool again because she loves to swim, and she needs to get back into her swim lesson. And then we might also get her in judo because Michael was really into judo and jiu-jitsu back in the States, and it'll be good for Elise for life skills and also just health to do an activity like that. So anyway, so we're gonna maybe get her into that. And Michael is doing well with his job, and he's now subcontracted to Air Liquide and is a supervisor there. So the work environment here in the Netherlands versus the US is really good. So he's had really good things to say about the pace of things at work. He just needs to get used to the supervisor role because he's used to kind of getting in there and doing things with his hands and having more activity than just supervising and everything, but and doing whatever that entails. But anyways, he's really good at what he does, and they like him, and seems to be going well. So, and Michael is very gung-ho, you know, pushing forward with his Dutch because he really wants to be able to understand everything that's going on at work, because even though they do speak English at his work to him, there's a lot of things he feels left out of, and also he would like to not have embarrassing situations like the other day when he was in a big meeting at work, and at the very end he like was trying to confirm, like, are we good, you know, are we good, like he was like pointing at people like, is this understood basically, and instead of saying goed, he said koet, which is not a very good word in Dutch. And they understood, obviously, that he wasn't really trying to call each person what he ended up calling them. But they all laughed and thought it was funny. So that was kind of a funny incident that happened to him. But anyway, so he's learning his Dutch and doing well with the Duolingo. He really likes that. And then Elise is starting to turn the corner at school, and she understands a lot. She still isn't quite confident talking. She's a perfectionist, and so she doesn't really want to talk unless she can say it perfectly. Her accent when she does speak Dutch is very precise. Like, she sounds Dutch. Her pronunciation with the h's and everything, like, she corrects me. She's really good at it. But she just needs to learn more words. So she has a child coach that she sees once a week and has been helping her with the transition at school, and even came over to the house the other day and made labels, and we just like labeled everything in the house, like WC, toilet for the toilet, kraan for, you know, the sink, and koelkast for refrigerator. So she's labeled everything in our house, which is not only going to help Elise, but Michael and I as well. So, and then Elise also has a online Dutch lesson that she is doing, and she seems to be doing pretty well in that. I did buy a bunch of Dutch books for her, but I feel like I can't quite read them to her yet because I'm murdering the language, and she's not going to learn very well from that. So whenever our babysitter comes, she can read those to her, and then once I am a little bit more proficient, I will attempt. I did try to do like the Google Translate, and I'm trying to do that. Or I have found some of the books on YouTube, and YouTube will read it and we'll look at it together, because I don't want her to hear the wrong pronunciation of me saying it wrong or whatever. So anyway, so she has a lot of Dutch books and activity books that are helpful for me as well. What else? Let's see. So me, now I'm to the point where we found our house, we're starting to get settled, and I need to figure out what I'm going to do for work, because I need to get going. I'm tired of not working. I miss it. Actually, I found my work badge the other day, and it made me tear up. I've been kind of in a funk actually since then, because I just miss what I do, and I know I'm not going to be able to do it for a while, until I can get good enough at Dutch. In fact, I contacted HR, the human resources at Erasmus the other day, and to see if maybe there was other job I can do over there until my Dutch is proficient enough. And they called me back and said they talked to the director of the NICU, who I already I'm in contact with, and she said, well, she'll be happy to hire you once you learn Dutch, which I know that already. So I need to be B2 in order to start the nursing process there, and I need B1, I believe, in order to work there as a nursing assistant. So I'm kind of at a place right now where I'm trying to decide, do I just spend several months not working and just focusing on my Dutch? Or do I try and just take any job that I would qualify for and then work on my Dutch in my free time? Because I was thinking of like something that my knowledge would be helpful for, Kraamzorg. I know they have, that's like the home nurse that takes care of babies and moms when they have their babies and after. So I know that I would be able to do that, but I believe you need a certificate. So, but some places will hire you if you don't have that, and then they pay for your education. So trying to decide if I should just do that and then go to Erasmus later. I think I can maybe work at a daycare. I'm not for sure, but maybe I knew of a international school nurse job where I could use my American nursing license, but then I'm not really learning Dutch. I'll be able to use my English. At least I can start work right away and then work on Dutch in my free time. But the position was filled already when I tried to apply for that position in the Hague. So anyway, I'm just trying to decide, do I wait it out and just only do my Dutch lesson and then I'm not really getting paid for several months while I'm learning? Or do I do something part-time and just, focus some of my time on Dutch and some of my time working, and then at least I can be having an income or whatever. But anyway, I've kind of been in a funk lately trying to decide what to do and what the right decision is for me and my family, because I don't want to be away from my family too much, because I need to be able to, there's still things that we need to get done here, and I need to learn Dutch, which takes time. So trying to balance family and learning and working and all that, what else? Let's see. I made a list because I knew I would forget maybe what to say. Oh, so Elise was kind of getting lonely because at school, even though there's kids that do speak English, they prefer to speak Dutch, obviously. That's their native language. So I was trying to explain to Elise that just because they can speak it doesn't mean that they want to do that all the time with her. And so she was getting kind of bummed out because there were kids that just weren't playing with her that she wanted to play with. So I said, well, let's just really focus on working on our Dutch. And then, we can make some friends. But in the meantime, I made a post on Facebook in a Rotterdam moms group and had a really good response, and a lot of people replied. And we've met some really nice families through that. And especially there was an expat family we met that had moved here from South Africa around the same time that we had come. And shockingly, Elise and their daughter have the same exact birthday. So we celebrated our birthdays together, and it's been really nice kind of having another family that's gone through a similar process to kind of talk to and I don't know, have some support from. So Elise was really happy to have met some friends, but I would like for her to meet also some more Dutch friends so that she could learn Dutch, because she's not really going to learn Dutch if she's speaking English. So, but she definitely needed the play dates though with the where she can speak English, because she was, I think, just overwhelmed with trying to learn and speak the language at school all day. And then, yeah, so and you know, I've made some friends here, but it does seem that they're mostly expats. So it would be nice to meet some Dutch friends so that I can try to work on my Dutch. Anyway, so some things that are that we need left to do are learn Dutch, number one. We still need to get our driver's license. Michael and I both will be able to exchange our driver's licenses. And each time we make an appointment and we think that we have everything, there's like one thing we're missing. But we finally got our DigiDs, yay. We finally got our registration, yay. And then we find out we needed a health certificate. So we're working on getting that back. And then once we get that back, then we need to make our appointment at the Gemeente to get the driver's license. But fortunately, we can just exchange ours. A lot of people have to pay like 2,000 euros and take like a written test and a driver's test and all that. But because Michael got the 30% ruling with his visa, he gets to exchange his license, and everybody in our family. So me, I'll be able to get mine exchanged as well. So that's really, really going to be a big deal. We had ordered a vehicle. Michael has a company car, but we had ordered a vehicle, a Volvo, and we ended up having to send it back because we don't have anywhere to park it. The apartment building where we live, there is parking underneath, but there are no spaces left. And I guess some people have been waiting like a year, at least over a year, for a space. And so somebody said, oh, call the Gemeente. You can apply for a space, no problem. So they have to give you one. Nope, they sure don't. We put in our address and it says, there's no space for you for your address, because the building apparently made a deal with the Gemeente that they would not give spaces to residents in our building. So Michael has to park at the Park and Ride for his car, for his company car. So he takes the metro to the Park and Ride, and then which is free there, but it's like a 15-minute metro ride, and then he will drive there from there to work. But yeah, so that's kind of frustrating, the whole parking thing. So now we have to like take the metro to go get the car, which it would be just much more convenient to be able to park right here. And then somebody else was like, oh, well, there's parking garages on your road. Well, yeah, if you want to pay 260 euros a month for it, which I don't want to pay 260 euros a month. That is really crazy. So, so yeah, I'm hoping that we can appeal. There was something I saw on the Gemeente website that said we can appeal and get a parking space maybe. So fingers crossed on that. But I'm not going to hold my breath on that one. So yeah, so we need to find a parking space. I either need to start working or find like an intensive Dutch class that I can do. I think the Gemeente can give you money. I think it gives people money, maybe 1,000 euros for a course. So I was thinking maybe I would do that, but I don't know. I might just do the Duolingo and like really, really go for it and just do it all day, and do the Duolingo because that's free. And then maybe I possibly might use the Gemeente money to, another option I was thinking about was using that money for lactation consultant, because I have a lot of experience helping with breastfeeding. And so maybe I can get a job working, helping and supporting breastfeeding mothers, which I enjoyed doing in the NICU. So I might end up doing that, I don't know. And then I need to figure out childcare, because on the days that I work, I need somewhere to take a lease. And I don't know if we qualify for childcare money. I know that we get some kind of a subsidy, but I need to look into that for for her. So anyways, we are starting to get into the groove here, and we do enjoy life so far, now that we can actually have our own home. But there are still some things to settle. Anyway, if you want to comment below and let me know, maybe because now that we kind of have our place, it'd be interesting to see like what you would like me to do my videos on, or you know, what are you interested in learning about, you know, from us, and you know, what we like or don't like about the city, or maybe you want to see us do things as a family somewhere around here. Yeah, anyway, so I'm gonna sign off for now. I have several videos that I made over the holidays of our family doing things together, so I might kind of like mash all those together and post a video from we made cookies on Christmas that I was gonna post that, and I just didn't have time to edit it. And then, you know, opening Christmas gifts, or, you know, just being together, going to different places or enjoying different things around the city. So I need to edit some video together and put that up. But other than that, you know, what would you like to see from Daring to Go Dutch? I'm all ears. So comment below and let me know, and I will talk to you soon. And thank you everybody for all of your support. And sorry it's been so long since I talked to you. Just things have been crazy, but glad to be back on again, and I'll try to post some more videos more often, like every week maybe, if I can. If not every 2. I'm not going to make a promise for every week, but at least every 2 weeks I will have something for you. Maybe I'll go live and answer questions or something, I don't know. But until then, tot ziens, fijne dag, and doei.